Well, things have not been so well organized in here over the years. This is what we call the barn garage. It's the second garage, and it's what we use for most of our farmy, homesteady stuff, I guess you could say. But it has also become a storage place for other random things and junk. Got a lot of scrap wood that needs to be better organized. I need a more permanent way to organize this. I've got a metal cart here. I've got a big rack to put together that a friend of mine, Nick, gave to me, which was super nice. I've got a bunch of these plastic shelves I want to get rid of. I've got these metal shelves I want to get rid of. I want to build some shelves in here, some wood shelves, organize all this stuff, put the door back on here, clean a lot of these things out, get rid of some things. Things are even starting to make their way out into the yard. So I've got the cement mixer I'd like to store in there, and I've got all this scrap wood that I can use. So this was all, just stuff I found or collected. It's a bunch of old 2x4s, 2x6s and things. So I think I can use most of that for the shelving. I've also got all this 1x material I think I can use for the shelving. And I have a lot of these that I might be able to use in my shop. These were extras. We changed our plan on the lounge renovation, and we ended up with a lot of extra wood. So I'm airing out some dirty laundry with you guys today. I'm going through, you can see what a mess it is, but let's clean it up. Let's make it look nice. Let's do, I'm gonna build some shelves, some garage shelves in the way that I have built them in the past, what I consider to be the best way. I'm gonna try to use all scrap stuff that I have laying around here. If I have to run up to the store and buy anything, that would be kind of a fail. I would like to just use what we have here. Scrap nails and screws and all that stuff. So we'll see how we can transform this garage into something useful, the homestead garage, into a good place to store all that we have here and make it available for use down the road. Well, we're about halfway done. It's taken a lot more time than I thought, but I'm trying to use up all the scrap wood I have out there. A lot of it was painted black on one side or three sides, and so I'm trying to use that all front facing. But I do have some spray paint, some black spray paint to touch up and at least make it look decent. But this is the basic frame structure. I've used a bunch of 2x6s or 2x8s for the workbench area, so that's a little more solid. The rest of this will all be shelves. That might be a good spot for my generator, and then bins here. Yeah, a lot of this wood I got from trash bins, some projects at church that things were left over. I've saved stuff from fire pits at people's houses and things. I always try to save as much of this wood as possible. So I have a lot of 2x4s. They're not in the greatest condition because they've been sitting outside, but they're fine for shelves. And then all this stuff, these 1x4s, this has all been stained. And so I'm going to use, I have tons of extra 1x4s of that size and also this size. They're a little different colors. So what I thought I would do is I'm going to cut all these to length, and then I'll alternate a wide one and a short one. And that's going to be my all the way across the top there. And I'll leave a gap in between. The top's just going to be for bins, so it doesn't need to hold any small pieces. well, this is where we ended up. There's some good and there's some bad. We made a lot of progress, and I love how all the shelving turned out, but I need to come up with a better solution for all this, so I'll talk about that at the end. The goal was always to move all of my automotive tools and toolbox and everything into this space, and then I did get this door fixed so I can utilize this whole closet for all my automotive stuff. So I'm going to do more organizing down the road, but I did make a space for hanging up some of my yard tools, which I think actually I really like these. I probably will build more of these. Everything is organized in here for some of my more outdoor yard and garden type equipment. The weed whippers just hang up here. I've got string up there. I've got my post hole digger and a couple tillers in there. I will hang up all my scrap metal and a few random PVC pipes that I haven't found a good place for yet. And scrap wood are in these rolling carts. So these carts are actually on casters, so they can be moved in and out. It's a lot easier to get things in and out of them. The problem is when I have the tractor backed in here, because the tractor actually would fit, it fits right in this space. I can't really move those in and out. I can still there's enough space here where I can still get in and out of that, but I want to figure out a better way to do this. The shelves turned out great. I still have a lot of organizing to do with some of the things that are here. I want to get more bins like that. These are all some of my older bins, so I'll eventually and slowly transition over to all of those. Just threw some nails up here, just an easy way to hang up various things. I've got all my chainsaw stuff right here, and I actually threw in some lights. So I threw up a bunch of strip lights up there, so I can come out here and use my chainsaw sharpening stuff, repair chainsaws, all of that equipment will be here. I've got one of my battery banks here just as an extra backup. Charge my Badger and my Ryobi chargers will all be in here. So I can use my electric chainsaws, the gas chainsaws, all that stuff is here. My chainsaw safety equipment, all my extra chains are hanging up there. I have, all this is kind of like yard and what I would consider pole barn items. All this stuff goes in these. Again, these Sterilite bins are great. I get these from the dollar store, and I love them. They have latching lids, and they're nice and tough. This is all bar oil. Again, more chainsaw equipment, all my sharpening gear in that bin down there, and then all my fuel cans. I've got various fuel cans. Generators over here, all my wood. This rack is really great for all of this, but it takes up so much space the way that it is set up that I think I'm going to come up with a different solution. I've got all my larger sheet goods over here, random stuff I just didn't have a place to put. Ladders stacked in here on my posts, 10-foot sections of PVC pipe, and then anything that is 4 foot or longer, wood scraps, various shelves here, and all my fencing and stuff down below. Obviously, for these shelves, I used all this, 1x material. This is more expensive than just getting MDF or plywood. I would recommend plywood in here, 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch plywood to use for shelves. I had a lot of scrap 2x material and a lot of scrap nails and all that. That's why I used for all this. So I just tried to use everything I had. I didn't buy anything. So all of this was built with just scrap stuff that I found in dumpsters, saved over the years. And so I'm happy with how it turned out. It's going to help a lot in here. There's never a shortage of organization. I have finally got my shop semi-organized, and all of this stuff, there's still so much more to go through. And a lot of it is just tedious sorting and labeling and all that stuff. Trying to live a sustainable life, homesteading, gardening, having animals, chickens. You just collect a lot of things over the years that you need places to store, that you need to keep. And this is a great example of how keeping things comes in really handy down the road, because there's always projects, there's always things that are going to be happening around here, and I'm going to need that one little hook, I'm going to need that little piece of chain, I'm going to need that strap, I'm going to need a tool, and all that stuff needs to be able to be found. Wasting time when you're in the middle of a project trying to find your shovel because you left it somewhere or because it's in a mess, or trying to find that one socket or wrench or tool or fitting or whatever. is so frustrating. We'll continue to take you guys along on getting organized around here. This was a huge step in this particular garage, but there's lots more to do. We have a second garage. This one needs to be worked on, and I still need to finish some things in here. So I'll take you guys along for that. I'd love to hear from you guys. What suggestions do you have? Is there any cool garage organization styles or ideas, other YouTube videos you want to share? I'd love to hear from you guys. Share that stuff down below, and I will take that all into consideration as I continue to organize in this place. Hit thumbs up for me, makes a huge difference on these videos. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.